Hi, people of the internet. As you saw by the beginning of the video, a friend of mine and an incredibly sweet human being, he was probably one of the most genuine, kind-hearted people I have ever met, unfortunately passed away today. He had been sick for the past week and a half or so, and unfortunately did not pull through. And you guys see him in a couple of the videos. His shop did the fabrication of the exhaust on my project Audi TT. He is no longer with us, and he will be greatly missed. So, we will all miss you, Jeremy. I'm gonna try to keep my shit together for this video, and I'm going to be doing some work on Celine's Xterra. I'm gonna try to go through some of the issues that this truck has and like little tiny problems that it has and try to get some of these addressed. Like, namely, this right here, the door. It also has a couple check engine lights, so I'm gonna read those, see what those are all about, and then I got a bunch of parts for this thing that need to go on, but I will see time constraint wise what all I can get done in this video because there's a lot of parts that are actually piling up for this truck. Well, that's weird. So, oh, that sucks. See it moving right there on this peg that's in the center? The plate is actually kind of worn out, so there's not much you can do. The correct thing to do obviously would be to just replace the hinge, but I'm gonna try to manipulate it by adjusting it so that way it is out of alignment just slightly and raises the end of the door so it doesn't slam into this door catch every time you shut it. I apologize in advance if I'm not that funny in this video. I kind of have a weird way of grieving. The best way I know how is to just work and push through whatever is bothering me. I don't know if that's healthy or not, but if this actually did anything, I'm gonna be astonished. No, it didn't do anything. That thing's pretty much like a soup sandwich. I'm just gonna order a new hinge. Luckily, it's only $11.24 for a new hinge, so that's kind of a no-brainer. I'm just gonna order this. All right, next on the agenda, let's see if we can get this thing running a little bit better. I shouldn't say better because it actually runs really decent. It's just it has a check engine light. So what is this for? Oh, it's a back wiper and squirter. That's weird that it's not on a stock. All right, let's see. Diagnose. OBD2. Yes. Scanning system. Fail, fail, fail. It doesn't look like it's actually working. It's just saying fail, 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 fail. Error in communication. Scan tool is not connecting to the vehicle, so I need to check the fuse that is in charge of that operation. Should be fuse 26. Engine control, 10 amp. Next one down. Engine control. The adjacent fuse is good. Checking that since I got it out, and yeah, same with the ECM fuse. I know someone is gonna scream at me in the comment section if I don't check it with a digital voltmeter, so allow me to do that real quick. And put you back in your home, and you go back in your home. Nope, doesn't matter even if I wiggle it. Still says fail. I tried it like 10 different times, and every single time it failed to read, so it's like I'm 0 for 2 today. Just curiosity's sake, I'm gonna see what the battery voltage is because I know that could be a factor. There is a possibility if this thing doesn't have exactly 12 volts that issue could happen. So let's see, volts DC, 12.08 volts. I have to at least do something successful in this video. Something. I didn't really want to tear into this thing too much just yet until I moved into the new shop, but I'm gonna do this now because I gotta do something successful. And I know the passenger side valve cover looks like it's gonna be fairly easy. The driver's side, not so much because you gotta remove the entire intake manifold, which I bought a gasket for preemptively. All this plastic chafe wrap stuff is cracking into pieces because it's super old and brittle. Undo you. Undo you. I got all this stuff out of the way. Oh, still a crankcase breather. There's some serious pros and cons to buying a vehicle from Arizona Usually don't have to worry about rust or corrosion, but you do have to worry about excessive paint fade and little plastic doodads underneath the hood. Super brittle on vehicles that come from the desert. I feel like stuff dries out here twice as fast as other regions just because of how dry the humidity is here. It's like, I think lately, well, it rained 2 days ago, but usually it's in the single digits or like in the low teens humidity wise, which is crazy. That tube's pretty dry. I'm gonna look and see if I have any vacuum hose the same size as the diameter of these crankcase breathers, because I want to try to replace those too while I'm at it. It's not that bad. It's a little dry. There's actually not much oil inside there either. Oh, this rear one came, that rear one came off real easy. All right. Put that guy up there. There we go. Got one. There we go. The valve cover is fairly free. The last video where I installed the lift kit on this thing, partially, all the oil that poured out of the bell housing when I jacked up the rear of the truck, it could just be that these valve covers are leaking that bad and it's all running down the backside of the block. Although it is a strong possibility it's also the rear main seal with a truck that has over 250,000 miles on it. 264,000 to be exact. Oh wow, that was not tight at all. I'm gonna have to look up the torque specs on these. Okay, there's a little bushing that goes under it too. That one is a little bit tighter. That one's a lot tighter actually. The hardware right above this exhaust manifold is so soaked in oil, and I've already pressure washed this area. Almost dropped that one. Look at that. This isn't even in the area where it's leaking the worst either. This is towards the front, soaked in oil. YouTubing is kind of tricky because obviously most people want to watch people that are happy on videos, because who wants to watch someone that's miserable? But I also feel like that kind of creates like a false reality of how real life is. You know what I mean? I don't know. I try to always be happy on camera. Being happy on camera puts me in a good mood. Back here. Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh. Sometimes I do dumb things. That could have been a lot worse than it was. Come on. There you go. Don't drop it. Covered in oil, absolutely drenched. No wonder there was so much oil in the bell housing. Is there one more bolt? Is there? I thought I had the last one, I guess not. There's actually 9 that hold this thing in. I thought I had the last one. There we go. Got it. Gross. Got it. Oh no, that's not good. Oh no. That's bad. That's what happens when you neglect oil changes right there. This thing has a clean service record all the way up to 2016, which was 4 years ago. Almost 5. But yeah, that's a lot of sludge in there. Oh well, at least engines are cheap in junkyards for these things. I don't plan on washing this in my kitchen sink, but I do plan on putting some Dawn dish soap in here so I can let this soak and get all the sludge out of these valve covers. It's pretty clean up here towards the front of the engine, but the further back you go, you can see the rocker arms are pretty covered in that thick, scaly looking sludge. It took almost an hour, but I got the inside of the valve cover clean. The weird coloration you see in there is just from the brake clean, making sure it was spotless. Outside of it cleaned up really nice. The old valve cover gasket was so bad, it came out in a bunch of little tiny fragments. It's hard as a rock. All around the gasket area, there's these little metal tabs that you have to bend down that hold the gasket in place. Kind of like takes the place of having a dab of RTV, I guess. There we go. And in case you were wondering, I replaced all the little plastic clips, the little zip ties on here for the wires. So it'll be just like factory. Oh, this is tricky. Blue wire, red wire, gray wire. That should be all of them. I'm I'm not gonna snip these things into place just because I'm probably gonna have to remove this again to do passenger side. I looked up the torque specs of these screws and it was 9 to 26 inch-pounds, which is basically nothing, so basically finger tight. No! Please fall on the ground. Oh, it did. It looks a lot better with this valve cover all cleaned up too. It makes me want to clean the rest of the engine. I really gotta stop. This is a 250,000-mile engine. Yeah, so I'm not even gonna use a torque wrench. That's ridiculous. It's such a low torque spec that I feel like if I use the torque wrench, I'm not even gonna feel it click. So I'm just gonna do it by hand. That valve cover is now the cleanest thing in this entire engine bay. I gotta play some musical cars, so we'll continue this banana. I decided instead of doing the driver's side of the Xterra today, I'm gonna go get some either seafoam or that Marvin's mystery oil stuff, and I'm gonna add it to the oil and see before I pull off the other side valve cover if it actually makes a difference in reducing some of that sludge buildup in there. Oh, and here's your teaser on the next car I'm reviewing. Yeah, it's kind of obvious what this is. Kind of excited. I've been looking forward to driving one of these.
Is that where you put your phone?
Yeah, it's a charger. What do you think of it?
This is really cool. I love the color. It's my favorite yet.
Yeah, the color is by far the best part. It is a nice color. Oh, the headliner almost looks like it's like a bluish gray, doesn't it?
I think it is.
I think it is. It's really pretty. I guess you'll have to wait for the review to see what I think about it. I've been doing some work over here at the shop that I have not put into this video. I have a bunch of stuff randomly compiled, so if you guys want to see another shop update video, let me know in the comment section below and I'll put another one together for you. But as of right now, I'm still waiting on getting a wall put up. I haven't found a contractor that can do it, and I don't think I'm going to try to do it myself because I can't, like, that's too strenuous to try to lift sheetrock 15 feet in the air by myself. Like, that's crazy. So I feel like this thing is a fingerprint nightmare to somebody that doesn't like fingerprints on their car, because I just want to stick my thumb on that when I open it. I'm going to add some of this stuff to Celine's oil, and we actually have to take it for a quick drive, but we have to be really careful because this is going to make the oil thin. So obviously can't mash the gas and probably don't want to rev it more than halfway up the rev band. What are we looking like? All right, so it's pretty low on oil. Good. I really should be grabbing a funnel to do this, so I'm probably going to make a mess over the fresh valve cover I just cleaned up. This is so hard to get the bottle in here. That's weird. That's a really pretty color. It's like a pinkish purple. So this is a quart, and your truck is about a quart low on oil. So there you go. Now it's actually registering on the dipstick. Celine, your oil was definitely low. FYI. All right, we'll let this thing run for a little bit and then change oil. Hi, I'm back in my garage. So, I know some of you are probably gonna ask in the comments down below. I'm gonna let you know right now. As far as the rest of the lift kit goes on the Xterra, I got Celine something for Christmas. I don't know if she's watching this. Why am I whispering? I got our upper control arms for the front of our truck, so it's going to be properly lifted 3 inches all the way around. They'll have new upper control arms, and I bought a bunch of other parts for the front of the truck as well, and there's some other stuff coming for it. So that's what's going on with that. Just FYI, there'll be more to come on the lift situation. And I also will start doing the other side valve cover and intake manifold gasket, and I have a new radiator and a bunch of other stuff in the engine bay to swap out. That will be coming too. And anyway, I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye.